spectrum. We've had it all, okay? All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this evening. Come inside, guys, come inside. Evening to all of you who've tuned in live around the country tonight. Very exciting. We've got people from everywhere in the country watching us this evening, and so that always gives us energy and anticipation for the event ahead. I hope I remember all the words. I've only done this a few times. But you'll help me if I forget. Hey, Pumi, you shout out what I have to say next. Folks, welcome to DuePoint. This evening we're going to be talking about DuePoint. It's a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's important to know. It might be that you've never heard of DuePoint before this evening. I promise by the end of this evening you will understand why. But importantly, it is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We are a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. You can find us on the JSE under Conduit Capital. You can go and look us up under the FSCA's website. We've got all of our licenses there. Everything you need to know about DuePoint is online. So for even those of you who are far away and cannot see our actual offices and that here, we are real. Go and do the research. You'll know who we are. You do not need to visit our offices to get a sense of comfort about who we are here. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number, one of them. There's a couple that we have. You can use it to look us up if you want to. We're also a company that's made up of real people. This is a very real business. This is quite a surprising thing because a lot of the things we see these days are not real. Everywhere we go these days, just paging through the newspaper, and you will see the next business that came along that wasn't real, didn't have real people behind it, didn't have real products behind it, etc., etc. Folks, you can see I'm quite real. The building here around us is quite real. Our licenses are quite real, and our people are quite real. If ever you are in the area, pop by and come and see us. 6 days a week, you will find us in here. So we want you to have confidence that you are dealing with a legitimate business, and we want you to have confidence that you're dealing with a business that's been around and will continue to be around for a long time. We're 66 years old this year. So that's nearly 7 decades old. This is not the latest thing from China or America or Australia. This is a homegrown South African company, and for those of you who do commit to the task at DuePoint, you know that you can trust in us as we go through this process with you. My name is Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here, and I'm going to be taking you through what we do here at DuePoint this evening. To start with, we have two objectives. Our primary objective at DuePoint is to create wealth in the hands of South Africans. We are not a business that creates transactional cash. Transactional cash is what you get when you sell something. When you're out there trying to sell something, you get cash when you sell it, and you never get cash again until you sell it again. That does not create wealth, and it certainly does not change the economic circumstances of South Africans. If it did, none of you would be here this evening, because I know many of you have been involved in selling in one way or another in South Africa. It does not create any form of financial freedom. We've learned this the hard way over and over again. Here at DuePoint, we are more interested in creating permanent wealth in the hands of South Africans. That is an income that is there every single month on a steadfast and reliable basis. If we're able to do that, we can start properly changing your personal economic position. Right now, you guys know you cannot increase your income. That's not something you have control over. You can go to your boss and ask for an increase. He's not going to give you one. Right now, you cannot improve the economy of the country that you live in. 5 petrol price increases this year so far. 5. That means that petrol is now more than 150% more expensive than it was at the beginning of this year. That means that food's going to go up, clothes are going to go up, transport's going to go up, everyone's going to go up. I don't know if you were, every now and then I subscribe to all the political newsletters, and I got one the other day from Muzima Imani saying, this is how we're taxing the poor. We're taxing the poor with 5 petrol price increases. For me, the only question is, do I have control over that? Can I stop it in my personal position? Am I ever able to avoid it? And I'm not able to avoid it. So the 2 rules of creating wealth: increase your earnings, decrease your expenditure. At the moment, our expenditure is rising without us being able to control it, and we've got no way of increasing our earnings. At DuePoint, we want to do both those things. We want to increase your earnings permanently, and we want to decrease your expenditure. That is our primary objective. If we can do that, we can unplug you from the systems that you are all stuck in at the moment, one of which is debt. You know it well. You're well versed in it. In South Africa, we're all professional debtors. We do it as a career. We never ever give up on our debt to our last breath, and when we do die, we hand it over to our children. This is what we do here, and our hope is that we can unplug you from that system, because that system is going to fail us at some point or another. We simply cannot continue to borrow the way we're doing. Our secondary objective here is to get South Africans participating and benefiting again from the financial services sector. It's one of the biggest in the country, and it is one that very few South Africans are benefiting from because it is so regulated. South Africans cannot get involved. They're pushed out by the layers and layers of regulation here. We believe that we have opened the window to let South Africans participate again. With those two objectives together, we created what we call the DuePoint system. That's where you come in. The DuePoint system allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. Wealth engineers are given one task, the task simply of connecting people to us. This is not a sales job here. It is not a sales task. It's not an advertising or marketing task. Here at DuePoint, it is a simple task of connecting individuals to us. As you're able to connect individuals to us, you allow us to penetrate the South African market. Penetrating the South African market puts us as the insurance company in a position to sell our products and to create revenue. Where we're able to do that, we're able to now create that recurring extra income for you. Like I've said to you, we don't sell goodies here. You're going to find no milkshakes, no pills, no toiletries, no any of that here at DuePoint because they don't create wealth. What we do to create wealth is we use financial services and lifestyle products. They run on automatic debit orders, and you can use them for the whole life. They don't have expiry dates, which means that every month, no matter what you're doing, whether you're sick or healthy, overworked or underpaid or whatever it might be, no matter your circumstances, our debit orders raise every month. It means you never have to run back to your friend to beg them to buy again. You know, there's only so many pots they're willing to buy from you, and then they're not willing to buy anymore. Here, every month, the debit orders raise, and when they raise, your income comes in reliably and on a steadfast basis to the point that you can start forecasting on it. You can start leveraging your income to start aspiring again, building your dreams, getting yourself free in the DuePoint system. In addition, we know that South Africans are completely overworked. Completely. We're going to call it overwhelmed, not overworked. All of us work 100-hour weeks, 60, 40, 80, 100-hour weeks. All of us are working like that. When I talk to people, they say, but Brendan, I don't have time. I say, I know that. We designed our system from scratch to buy your time back. It is arguably the only system in the country that will buy your time back. With the ability in our system for you to leverage others, you can take the little bits of time that other people have and direct it and use it towards creating your own wealth in our system. This is not a job opportunity. It's not a contract of employment. It's a tool. We're going to put it in your hands, and you're going to use it independently of us to build not only your financial freedom, but time freedom and mental freedom as well. Everybody gets to be a wealth engineer at DuePoint because this is not a financial risk decision. Tonight we are not going to be taking your money. Everywhere we go these days, everywhere, every presentation I hear, they want money to start with. You've got to buy the box with the products. You need to purchase your status or your distribution name or title or whatever, D5 or D3 or whatever it might be. You've got to buy it. They want your money up front. Here at DuePoint, we don't do that. There is no monthly fee. There's no upfront fee. There's no admin fee. There's no application form fee. To be a wealth engineer in our system costs nothing. By simply being a product owner of Constantius, you're automatically a wealth engineer. There's no additional premium or cost in our system. And so tonight, no money is going to be parting from your hands in becoming a wealth engineer with us. In addition, because you're not selling, you're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not distributors, you're not advertisers. You do not require any specific qualification or experience to be a wealth engineer. Everybody gets to build an asset at DuePoint. Why is it an asset? Because it produces recurring income, accrued income. The most powerful tool in changing the economic position of somebody else is what we create here at DuePoint. This team of yours that you're going to create, this channel that produces regular income, is going to put you in a position where you can price that team. And when you can price it, you can sell it. In the DuePoint system, you can sell your channel to somebody else. And when you pass away one day, your channel and the income it produces will automatically be handed over to your children. And they will benefit from an income that you produced during your lifetime. This is very different from the jobs that you have. You know that when you die one day, they are not giving your job to your children. You know this. Here at DuePoint, though, your channel will move to them. They'll be able to build it further or just enjoy what you've created, and ultimately they'll be able to hand it over to your grandchildren as well. This is a generational exercise that we are doing here. As a 7-decade-old insurance company, we are building for the long term, not just for this generation of South Africans. And we've built the system as well in a way that you can be proud of it. All the things that people are afraid of, embarrassed about, all the stigmas, we've removed completely in the DuePoint system. No selling, no advertising, no carrying substandard stock around in your bucky and in your fridges and stacking it up in your garages, and ultimately no presenting either. At DuePoint, there's only 2 people that do the DuePoint presentation. That's me and Rob. Using our technology, we're in your pocket 24 hours a day. You're never going to have to convince people to come to DuePoint. You don't need to do the big selling trip to get them to connect with us. It's as simple as clicking a button, and they are connected to us by you. There's 4 ways to connect individuals to us at DuePoint. The first way is you can go to our information counter or order via our client service team one of our USB sticks. It's 170 Rand once off, and you have got our presentations in your pocket. You plug it into a TV or laptop, and there we are, doing the presentation for you any time of the day you want. The second way is you can bring them into our studio. You can become part of our studio audience 7 times a week. Night times, lunch times, mornings, 6 days a week. We are live out of this room. And if you bring your guests and acquaintances here, we'll do the presentation for you. The third way of connecting people to us is through our YouTube channel. It's the most important tool that we use here. You go to YouTube, you search DuePoint, and you will find every presentation we've ever done there. You can go 3 o'clock in the morning, Christmas night, and you can click play, and there we are doing the presentation for you anywhere in the country. This is a nationwide business, nationwide. You're able to build channels across all 9 provinces because you can click play 24 hours a day and get the best of us ready for you every single time. And then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every time we go, we do a presentation here at DuePoint, it goes live and we broadcast it across the country. So if you're stuck at work and you can't get back to this, this office, or if you're in a different province, or it's just inconvenient for you, you just look at the schedule, find the time that suits you, click the live button, and you are live in the room with us 6 days a week. 4 ways to connect individuals to us here at DuePoint. And this means that you are left with that one task of just connecting the people to us, and we're able to then start building your channels. As you connect people to us, some of those people are going to want to become a wealth engineer like you, and when they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These folk then go out and they do the same thing. They connect people to us. No selling, no convincing, just connection. As they connect to us, some become wealth engineers, and again, we allocate them to you. And this process repeats itself and repeats itself and repeats itself as you connect and others connect people to DuePoint. We then come along as DuePoint Constantia, and we come along and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout your channel, and your income is born without you having to sell a thing. Now, what's very important to note, folks, at this stage is that this is not a pyramid scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a fly-by-night. I'm using that term now because, damn, have we seen a lot of those. They arrive today, take your money and leave. We see those every week here at DuePoint, in the newspapers, etc. Here at DuePoint, you're dealing with something that stands the test of time. You're also dealing with something that's genuine. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, guys. Nobody that comes to DuePoint gets rich overnight. Not like they promise you on Facebook. On Facebook and Google and Gumtree, you're all apparently going to have yachts by the time 3 months have passed. Folks, there's no such thing. The only people who make themselves rich are those that set up those schemes. Here at DuePoint, we are a listed and regulated insurance company. That means that we are reviewed by no less than 8 regulators on a regular basis. But what it does mean is we create genuine, permanent wealth. We are the wealth creation division of Constantia, and that is what we do here. But it does come at a price. Everything that's genuine comes at a price. And the price this evening is not rands and cents, it's your time. We are going to need your time and your persistence in the process of creating wealth for you here at DuePoint. For those of you who put the time in and give us the persistence, well, we're able to start that process. And we started through the facilitation of the purchase of our products. There are 4 products that we have here at DuePoint. Our first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month. For that, you get 2 independent products. Your first one is your very own tax-free investment account, and the second one is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324, only 100, and we put it into the investment account for you every month. There's no waiting periods on it, there's no friction costs on it for you or anything. It gets into your account every month, which means that the actual cost of this product is only 224 Rand a month. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. For that, you get R1 million worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no maximum age limits, no medical examinations or declarations. It is a product for everyone. Many people have complicated situations that mean they are uninsurable, and it means that they could not normally join you in your channels. Here at DuePoint, for 249 Rand a month, everyone in South Africa can be part of your channel, creating wealth for themselves and creating wealth for you. Our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It too comes with two products. The first is funeral cover. You can get either 20,000 or 30,000 starting at 299 Rand a month with either 5 additional family members or 10 additional family members on your plan. We believe this is one of the finest funeral products in the country today. I encourage all of you to go and watch the training videos on all of our products. We give you full details. Everything about DuePoint is open cards. You go to YouTube, you can watch the full detail training video on that product. You don't even have to read your documents, although I encourage you to do that. We give you those too. Those are all on our website. Before you've even applied, you can read the full policy document. Everything is open cards here. The second product you get with this is 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover. 10,000 Rand. This means that when you pass away, the principal member passes away, the beneficiaries get 10,000 Rands worth of your debt paid off, so that they don't have to do it themselves. We think this is one of the finest products on the market today. Then our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's not an insurance product, it's not a financial product. It costs 299 Rand a month. And for 299 Rand, you get to be a member of our Buyers Club. We are a 7-decade-old insurance company. Like I said, we have got piles of suppliers who give us prices, discounts, account packages, account managers, VIP service, and all sorts that you couldn't get as an individual. And we're always adding suppliers to this list. What is the product designed to do? It's designed to help you reduce your expenditure. We build income with our wealth creation, and we reduce expenditure. The two rules of wealth creation. We love it. That $299 is a subscription fee. Please do not call our client service team a year from now and say, I want all my subscriptions back. I never used your product. Then I'm going to direct you to the gym. And you can say to the gym, I've been a member of your gym. I've never used your equipment. Please, can I have my subscription fees back? No. If you take this product, use it. Use it to change your expenditure. You can save a hell of a lot more than $299 a month as a member of this product. There are at least 4 training videos on our YouTube channel that you can use to understand and use this product to its maximum. So go ahead and use it if this is a product that you take. All right, now how would we normally get you guys to connect with us? Well, traditionally, as an insurance company, we'd advertise to you, wouldn't we? We'd put adverts up on TVs and radios and billboards and taxis and SMS campaigns and you name it, we'd be advertising hundreds of millions of rands a month. We do this already. But here at DuePoint, we do things slightly differently. See, we don't advertise. Now, the question of cost rises. Well, how did you pay for the adverts? Well, we made you pay for the adverts. We put the cost in your monthly payment, your car insurance, your funeral cover, your banking fees. They are covering next month's marketing. Well, what have we done at DuePoint? We haven't done any advertising. So we are left with this distribution cost. And it is this distribution cost that we're able to allocate to you because you go out and connect individuals to us. It is you who brings people to DuePoint for that very first time. And this is probably why you'd never heard of us before someone connected you to us. And therefore, instead of us paying all that money to DSTV, Prime Media, SABC, we now have that money available and we redirect it to you and your team. And it starts turning into the wealth that we create for you. We start with our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment in your channel every month that it is made, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment was made. So for instance, you go out, you chat to a couple of your friends. They become wealth engineers, some of them. They make their product payments and you're going to get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. Not once, but every month that that product is paid for. Not for the person, but for the product. Which means that you're back in control, ladies and gentlemen. If this person takes 2 products, you now get 110 Rand. If they take 3, you get 165 Rand. If they take 4 products, you get 220 Rand every single month. Not once, every month that they pay for. This starts creating a recurring and accrued income that you know will be there every month, whether you are sick, healthy, working, holiday. Your circumstances do not dictate the flow of this income. These folk go out, they chat to a few of their friends. Some of them become wealth engineers, and again, you are going to get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand every month for every product. Have a look at this example. It's just an example. You've been here for 5 minutes, you put a handful of people in, and you are now earning about 1,000 Rand a month, 12,000 Rand a year. You've done hardly anything. Yes, I know they promised you you'd be rich after 90 days. That's not true. Here the truth is, in 5 minutes, we can get you up to about 1,000 Rand a month extra income. You put a little bit more energy, a little bit more effort into the growth of your channel, and you'll continue to earn, but now at a diminishing rate down to the 8th point. From the 8th point on, however, you have unlimited earning potential here. For every payment made on every point of your channel from the 8th point on, you're always going to get 4% of 27 Rand 50 when you qualify to earn it. How do you qualify to earn it? You watch the training video. I think there's a 6-minute video and a 2-minute 57-minute video. That's how little time it takes for us to explain to you how to qualify to earn across your entire channel. This means that we have succeeded in creating generational legacy for you, because you can build your channel to any size you like, hand it over to your children when you pass away, and they can continue to build it without a limitation on their ability to earn in the DuePoint system. So what does that translate to? In rands and cents. How much can you actually earn? Well, folks, every one of you is going to grow at a different rate. Every one of you. You're going to pick this tool up. Some are going to go quickly. Some are going to go slowly. Some might not do anything. And so to answer the question, how much are you going to earn? I don't know. All we can do is work out averages. And we took 20 years of information, got all the actuaries in a room and accountants, and we calculated what we think are conservative and reasonable milestones in our system. We started with a growth rate formula, 3 plus 2. We said in your first month here, you can put 3 people on your first point. We believed that that was quite possible. Then we said every month thereafter, you are responsible, for adding just 2 people to your first point. That's 1 every 15 days. If you can do that, if you can consistently and persistently add 2 people to your first point every month, then over time, we can start developing milestones for you. We believe that after 6 months with us, you'll be on around 2,500 Rand a month. Not once off, every month. Not naught and then 2,500 Rand. You would have built up to the 2,500 Rand. But 2,500 Rand every month after 6 months with us. That's 30,000 Rand a year that you've now added to your household on a permanent, recurring basis with us. If you can persist and go from 6 months to 12 months with us, we believe that you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. 120,000 Rand a year with us here at DuePoint. It's taken you a year. It hasn't taken you 3 months. No one's promised you riches overnight here. What we have promised you is permanency, permanent wealth. That's what we do here at DuePoint. This means that you cannot give up in the first 3 months, because the first 20 people that you connected to DuePoint didn't do anything. They didn't pay, they didn't grow, they didn't do anything. No, that's not what we asked you to do. What did we ask you to do at DuePoint? We said, just keep connecting people. You see, this is a time and numbers exercise. And as long as you remember that, you won't get emotional about the people who are going to fail you. And a lot of people are going to fail you. But if you keep doing this over time, you will strike on the 1 or 2 who are going to go, I get it, I see it, I'm working this, and they build your wealth for you. We get a lot of people that fall off after 90 days because they go, everyone I put in is not doing anything. I have to remind them, as I'm reminding you this evening, that that's never your responsibility. Your responsibility remains only to keep connecting people to us, and the maths will work for you as long as you keep doing that. Now, if you can do that for 2 years with us, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, not caring about what they're doing, just keeping going, plus 2, that 9,000 becomes 27,000 Rand a month. 27 to 30,000 Rand a month is 360,000 Rand a year. There's not many of you that are on 27,000 Rand. But 2 years from now, you could be if you've remained persistent. If you can do 3 years with us, you're going to be on about 40 to 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years, you're going to hit about 60,000 Rand a month. If you can do 5 years with us, you should expect, and we think you can reasonably expect, to be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. 5 years, 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. I just want you to just completely understand that. How many of you now think you've got the prospect of, in the next 5 years, getting yourself from where you are now to 100,000 Rand a month? We know statistically that there's less than 0.5% of South Africans that earn more than 100,000 Rand a month. So that means you guys would literally have to be struck by lightning to get to 100,000 Rand a month. That's your percentage chance of doing it. Now, we say, is it going to take 5 months? No. Is it going to take 5 weeks? No. Is it going to take the first 50 people you connect to us? No. No. Those who persevere for 5 years will see this result. They will see this result. But how many people will be willing to persevere for 5 years to permanently change their economic position, to have control back in their economic circumstances? How many people? I'm not sure too many. I'm not sure. It's an interesting thing in South Africa. In South Africa, the moment we start talking about you using your time, people go, no, you're not using my time. I'm out of here. So then I say to you, well, how long have you been employed for? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years? How come you keep going back to your job? How come you don't get increases? The increases you get are less than inflation. You are, in fact, getting poorer every year. There's less and less jobs. But you guys are going back there tomorrow, are you not? You're all going back there tomorrow. But when I say it's going to take you 5 years with me, you don't quit your job to do this. You add it. You add it to your life. And I say, add this to your life and work on it persistently for 5 years. We can get you there. And most South Africans go, no. No, the problem with DuePoint is so hard. It's so hard. You have to, and then I say, but how hard is your job? What are you doing at your job? Is it easy? Is your job easy? But you keep going back. No, we need to change the way we think and change the way we behave. For those that pick this tool up, life changes permanently. And we've got many of them here at DuePoint. Every month we put about 3 on stage of the hundreds and thousands that we are already paying that have created wealth here at DuePoint. We're not new. This is not, we haven't been here for 5 minutes. But we pick 3 every month and we put them on stage. This month we did slow and steady. That was our theme. We've got others where we show you them shooting the lights out, but we wanted to show you slow and steady. So we picked 3 people that had been building their wealth slowly but steadily with us here at DuePoint. We picked up Andres. Andres has been with us for 23 months. He's got a very unique set of circumstances. He has very bad seizures, which means that he cannot leave his house. He cannot leave his house. Now imagine if you're trying to connect people to DuePoint, but you're not allowed to leave your house. Okay, this is what he does. From his house, he has slowly and gradually connected people to us with tremendous perseverance. And in addition, he's handicapped by the fact that his memory blanks every time he has a seizure. Now that has got to be a nightmare when you're trying to phone through a list of people. You start from the beginning. Every 5 minutes you're starting from the beginning again. I laughed when we had him up here. We were talking about the fact that he's had more no's than anyone else, because when someone says no, he forgets, he goes back to them, he has no again from them, and he forgets and goes back, he has no again from them. You know, you guys will get it once and you'll never go back to that individual. He just keeps persevering. And over that 23 months trapped in his house, he's been able to build a channel that's worth 3,500 Rand a month to him now. Every month he gets his 3,500 Rand from us. Now if he were to get that in interest on his bank account, he would need 834,000 Rand in the bank. So if we were to say that he had equivalently saved 834,000 Rand in the last 2 years to get to a point where every month he gets 3,500 Rand, I have to ask you the question, how many of you think you're going to save 834,000 Rand in the next 2 years? No, would you prefer to do this? For 2 years, just connect people slowly for 2 years and then get every month 3,500 Rand, just coming in the middle of every month, you just get 3,500 Rand. We think it's an amazing story that if he can do it trapped in his house, then anybody can do this business. Then we had Petros up here. He's been with us for 10 months, full-time employed, does not have time for this, but wants freedom. And so when he can, you'll see he's not here often, but he's always working. When he comes back here, he builds every time. Over the course of 10 months, he's built himself a channel that's worth 4,500 Rand a month. In 10 months, that's less than a year. He now earns 4,500 extra Rand every month while working full-time. That's the equivalent of having 1.1 million Rand in the bank. Can you imagine? 1.1 million saved in 10 months. Anyone going to save 1.1 million in the next 10 months? No. But he's done the equivalent because he's earning as much interest, well, he's earning from us as much interest as he would have got on 1.1 million Rand. The power, the leverage that we give people here is immense. And then we've got Casper and Madeleine Ulfier. They joined us about 2 years ago. And they have been building slowly and steadily. Casper knows what it's like to be employed. He knows what it's like to be unemployed. He knows what it's like to be succeeding. He knows what it's like to be failing. But he has persevered and persevered over time with DuePoint. And he's got a channel now worth about 8,000 Rand a month. 8,000 Rand a month. That is a lot of money. 8,000 Rand a month. That's 96,000 Rand a year. Anybody here like an extra 100,000 a year? Do you think an extra 100,000 Rand a year would assist you economically and pay for the school fees? You see, everybody's like, no, I want the 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. I know you want that, and we can get you there. We can get you there. But what you need is an extra 8 to 10,000 Rand a month, isn't it? It's not what you want, it's what you need. For an extra 8 to 10,000 Rand a month, life is very different. Life is very, very different for you. Now, we've got the guys shooting the lights out here. You can go and watch them on YouTube. We've got guys earning hundreds of rands a month, thousands of rand, tens of thousands, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 120,000 Rand a month. We've got them all. Go and watch their stories on YouTube. And you decide where on the spectrum you want to be. We've got the slow goes, and we've got the guys really moving it. Everybody has their own choice here at DuePoint. You pick the tool up, and you get out there, and you make the economic decisions that you want to make. So ladies and gentlemen, that is DuePoint, top to bottom. I've told you everything you need to know, but everything is online. Go and look at our website, DuePoint.net, read, watch the training videos. Everything you need is there before you've even signed anything. When you're ready, you go to DuePoint.net, click join, fill out the form, and you're a wealth engineer. No money having parted from your hands. No money. No big starter kit from China, of goodies to take to your friends and beg them to buy. No, none of that. You are live and active, and you are, this evening, if you want, building your wealth immediately with us here at DuePoint. If you're serious, get the tools. The tools are there for you. The USB stick, for those who struggle with data, got our presentations on it. Go and buy it. Our business cards, if you want to connect more legitimately, show the difference between us and all the rest of that nonsense, get the business cards. If you struggle with your phone because the battery keeps dying, get the backup battery. We've got notepads, notebooks, caps, pins, pens, you name it. We've got it here at DuePoint. Whatever you need to start the conversation, go and get them. The prices are on the counter. The items are in the glass cabinet. Call in to client service and we'll have it delivered to you. Get the stuff that makes your wealth start growing with us here at DuePoint. You get all the support and all the tools you need here. We're on Facebook every day. You get to see what is happening in this business firsthand every day. We do not know of another company that opens its doors like we do and produces the amount of content, both live and recorded, that we do in South Africa today. We really believe we're producing the most. Come and have a look by following us on our Facebook site and loving us. We don't like likes. Likes are for shoe pages and people that sell soccer balls and toys. We want loves. You hold like, you change it to love when you come to our website because we create wealth for you. Folks, if you're missing out on our Facebook page, you are missing out on half the stuff we do here. We've got competitions running all the time. We've got you updates, details, training, everything on there. Make sure you're connected. And then, folks, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's where our content lives. If you want to know what's going on at DuePoint, our training, our presentations, our everything, you've got to be subscribed. It's free to subscribe. And then download our free app onto your phone. That's how you create wealth. It is the app that is the tool that you use here at DuePoint. I've said it before, we're horrified sometimes to discover that about half of the people who become wealth engineers never download the app. I don't know what they're doing. They're like, this is awesome. Make me a wealth engineer. I'm a club member. I'm not going to do anything. Because you can't build without the app. Put the app on your phone. It's free, like everything at DuePoint. And you are plugged into your channel, into our training. You click the tools button, bottom right-hand side. You've got the training live. Okay? And your personal documentation and detail is there. Guys, get the app before you leave this evening. And then we train you guys. We know that you are not experts at this. Some of you have been doing other selling, which has probably ruined you more than anything else. We're going to make you better. We're going to reshape you. We're going to mold you back into what you need to become a wealth generator here at DuePoint for yourself. Through our XP Rewards training program, we teach you through a series of steps and programs how to do this business. As you complete those steps, we give you XP points, experience points. You start to progress in our system. As you accumulate XP points and as you meet certain milestones in your channel, you meet those two criteria, we rank you up in our training program. Or when we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As you get more serious, the cash gets more serious. And when you become an expert, the cash starts becoming expert cash in our system. Life-changing stuff in this program. At rank 5, we start to reward you with tools. Tools that we know are going to accelerate your growth. At rank 5, it's an imported lightning memory stick. It comes from the US, plugs into all devices, and it has everything you are going to need to connect individuals to DuePoint on. At rank 7, you get a 12,500 Rand set of custom-made business cards. Gold, gilded, imported for you. They are the finest set of business cards in the country today. When you hand them to people, they're going to want to know what DuePoint does. That is how powerful they are. Those of you who are here tonight, go and see a set in the glass cabinet there. Those of you who are out there around the country tonight, find a rank 7 and get them to show you what a 12,500 Rand business card looks like. It will blow your mind. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, every year that you maintain your channel size, every year, permanency, every year that you maintain your channel size with us, we take you away on a 1-week trip, 5-star, all expenses paid with your family. No congratulations, you qualified, you just have to pay for the air tickets or the airport taxes or I've seen all this nonsense. It's all expenses paid. Everybody who's in, everybody who's rank 9, everybody who maintains their channel size comes away with us every year on these trips. We don't have to make stuff up here. We don't have to say, no, this is promises that will not be delivered. At DuePoint, every promise we've ever made has been delivered. And we go every year on rank 9. So I can show you the past and I can tell you the future. 8th of December, we're off again. 4 months and 2 days. We can call it 4 months and 1 day now because the day's pretty much done. We are getting on the planes. The hotel rooms are booked. The tickets are waiting for rank 9s that are going to be joining us at the end of this year. And for those that do, this is what December will look like.
Gone and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Yes. 4 months and 2 days. Are we going to be there? Who else is going to be there with us? That's the question. Now, it's all right because we go every year. So you don't have to fear, oh, I'm not going to make it to rank 9 by the end of this year, because you probably aren't if you're brand new. If you're going to add 2 people a month, remember my 3 plus 2, if you add 2 people a month, it's going to take you 19 months to get to rank 9. 19. Nearly 2 years to get there. See, we're real here. We don't hide things from you. This is not a big marketing exercise. It'll take 2 years. But by the time you get there, you will have created wealth for yourself that's sufficient to buy your own trip. But we reward you for that consistent hard work by taking you away Not once, but every year thereafter, as long as you maintain your channel size. So we don't join DuePoint for the video, for the Mauritius trip. That's not what we do. Here at DuePoint, we create wealth first, but we reward those who do put the time and effort and the persistency in. Again, guys, on Facebook, we're running right now our Road to Rank 9 competition. So if you're not on Facebook, you are missing out on our competition, where by the end of this month, you could increase your wealth and your earnings by another 2,000 Rand by just joining us on there. Go onto our Facebook site, scroll down a few videos, you will find the video, the canvas there on what we're doing for our Road to Rank 9 and the competition details. Go and get in there and start working if you want to be there with us. Tomorrow we'll be releasing another image of the hotel that we're going to. Every image we release now for the rest of this month are images and galleries of where we are going. Can you guess where we are going at the end of this year? Can you guess where we're going at the end of this year? Watch Facebook and you will get the answers by the end of this month. Folk, at rank 11, for those who get there, who persevere, you get your own car from us. It's not financed, it's not rented. You do not get it given to you and then taken away when we don't like you anymore, and it's not branded. It is your car the moment you hit rank 9. And you get to use it to build your freedom here with us. This Thursday coming, ladies and gentlemen, is not a public holiday. It is a wealth creation day. You can take the day off and spend money, or you can join us in the morning for 2 presentations, one at 10 and one at 12:15. Double opportunity to create wealth for yourself twice by lunchtime on Thursday this week. By lunchtime, you will be back home having built wealth twice in one day. So guys, wherever you are in the country today, these will be live broadcast as usual. So get your venues filled twice, not once, 2 sets of guests this coming Thursday, so that by the time you relax on Thursday afternoon, you are smiling because of how you have increased your wealth across those 2 presentations. So please guys, 10 o'clock and 12:15, tune in live. Let's fill this venue here in Gauteng. Let's take it real seriously. And by the end of this week, we can be richer than we were when we started this week. So ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see how serious we are here at DuePoint. Every tool, every opportunity, every incentive we have put in place here at DuePoint. No system beats ours at the moment in South Africa as far as I'm concerned, because we are desperately serious about being a viable economic solution for South Africans that is permanent and affordable. That is what we do here. If you have questions and concerns, come and ask us. Come and ask us. Wherever you are tonight, ask the people who connected you to us. Call client service if you need. But do not walk away from here this evening without this tool in your hands. Pick it up. It's not going to cost you anything tonight. Pick it up and get out there and start changing your lives now. Now, not 10 years from now. Now, pick it up and start now with us this evening. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who have watched us live tonight.